The universe is expanding faster and faster, but not all scientists agree on the reason. The main theory is based on dark energy, a mysterious something influencing the entire cosmos. But an alternative idea states that our universe might be growing after continuously colliding with smaller, baby universes. Let's try to figure it all out. The cosmic microwave background is leftover radiation from the Big Bang. While examining it, astronomers realized that our universe is going through accelerated expansion. This observation had to somehow fit with the main theory of cosmic evolution, so scientists suggested that the universe was filled with an enigmatic substance that was later dubbed dark energy. They thought this energy could encourage the expansion. Strangely, this elusive form of energy can't be detected in any way. That's why many astronomers question its existence and try to explore other possibilities for the expansion of the universe. One of the more daring ideas is that our universe is growing by constantly merging with other universes. The idea of multiple universes interacting with one another isn't new, but the newest study has developed a mathematical model. It can help us explore the hypothetical impact of such an interaction on the evolution of our universe. According to the researchers' calculations, merging with other universes could indeed increase the volume of our universe, and our instruments could actually perceive it as the universe's expansion. The researchers also claim that their calculations fit with the observations of the universe more closely than the traditional standard cosmological model. It also deals with the problem of the super rapid expansion that happened in the early moments of the universe. Previously, physicists proposed that this expansion could be caused by the inflation. That's a hypothetical field driving the ultra-rapid expansion of the universe in the very first milliseconds after the Big Bang. However, the authors of the new study suggest that super-rapid early growth could have been the result of our baby universe being absorbed by a larger one. At the moment, there is no detailed description of what such a process could look like, so it's difficult to judge if such a scenario could actually take place in the early days of the universe. But if this idea turned out to be true, then there would be no need for an inflation field. After getting absorbed, our newly enlarged universe might have continued colliding with other smaller and younger universes, incorporating them as well. This theory allows us to solve some pretty important problems of modern cosmology. Unfortunately, only observational data can prove whether it's correct. At the moment, many experiments are being carried out to study the properties of the microwave background and find some proof. So maybe we'll get our answer soon. Speaking about the expansion of the universe, we can't but mention the dark flow theory. In 2008, scientists discovered that a few galactic clusters were heading in the same direction at a speed of more than 2 million miles per hour. Could it be something giant and invisible calling them? It might be literally anything. A super large chunk of matter with strong energy, or some weird bending in space-time with insanely powerful gravity that actually comes from other universes. At the moment, the clusters seem to be moving along a line extending from our solar system towards Centaurus. But the direction of this movement is kinda uncertain. Most data indicates that the clusters are moving outward, but some scientists say that the opposite flow can't be ruled out yet. The dark flow theory is pretty controversial, since the distribution of matter in the observable universe can't explain it. The existence of this flow suggests that there's something beyond the visible universe that's pulling on the matter in these clusters. Now, let's dwell on the theory that tries to explain what can be found at the edge. This one talks about multiple universes. Some experts think that our universe might be a very small bubble somewhere in the middle of a whole array of other bubbles. The idea states that, from time to time, all these bubbles can come into contact with one another. Gravity can flow between them and make a mess, and when they connect, a new Big Bang can happen. We've never sneaked a peek beyond the edge of the observable universe. If we managed to get there, we could probably find another universe. There's an idea of parallel universes. Each of them looks exactly the same as our universe, and still, some details differ. In one of them, instead of choosing our current profession, you started a music band or became a world-famous chef. Maybe one infamous asteroid changed its trajectory, and dinos are still roaming Earth in that universe. But the multiverse theory takes it all one step further. Those who believe in it state that there might be countless realities with different life stories. We live in a bubble that is just one of many other bubbles. It looks like bath foam, and these bubbles constantly bob up and vanish. Multiverses are described by a few scientific theories that mention various possible scenarios, from separate universes that keep springing into existence all the time, to regions of space that are in different planes than our home universe. But there's one thing these theories agree upon. All of them suggest that the space and time we observe is not the only reality. It's impossible to explain all the quirks of our universe if it's the only one to exist. So it's either inventing newer theories that can shed light on certain properties of our universe, or accepting the fact that we're living in just one of many, many universes, all of which are different. One of the most widely known universe theories is called inflationary cosmology. This is the idea that right after the Big Bang, the universe expanded extremely fast and exponentially. Such rapid inflation could indeed explain loads of the properties of the universe we observe, like the distribution of galaxies. When this theory was suggested for the first time, it was perceived as science fiction. But with time, people started taking it seriously. Now, the theory claims that inflation might happen again and again, maybe even infinitely. And this could create constellations of bubble universes. Of course, none of these bubbles will have the same properties as ours. There may easily be places where physics as we know it doesn't exist. But even though some of these universes might look like ours, they all lie beyond the realm we can observe directly. There's also another theory, the many worlds interpretation. This one claims that there might be multiple branching timelines or alternative realities. And in each of those realities, our decisions play out differently, which means different outcomes. At the same time, the only reality you can perceive is the one where you live. If it's true, then the question is, where are all those other universes? Well, they most likely overlap in dimensions we absolutely can't access. And at the moment, it's not possible to travel between universes and dimensions. But maybe a few thousand years later, people will not only find a way to prove that parallel universes exist, but also invent a method to hop from one to another. Unfortunately, so far, there's no solid evidence that multiple universes are somewhere out there. All the proof we've got today is purely theoretical. Some experts even argue that it could be an unbelievable cosmic coincidence that the Big Bang created such a perfectly balanced universe as ours. Or, if parallel universes do exist, we might have just inhabited the one that had all the right conditions for our survival. It's still unclear whether the multiverse theory is even testable. Perhaps we just haven't thought of the right tests yet. Now, think about this. What if at one point you stopped existing in your home universe? I mean, the one you were born into. Then your consciousness was transported to a parallel universe. And that's where you're stuck now, watching this video. Write in the comments whether you think it's possible.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.